Hi guys, Danica Tanya here, dietitian of 17 years, just coming to talk to you today about the Q Core. This is one of my favorite products. It's a very foundational product here at Q Sciences, and it is made up, if you're watching this and you're in Australia or New Zealand, at the time of recording, there is 3 different supplements in this, and there is the Q Max, the Q Biotics, and the Q Align. So they are 3 separate products, which you can purchase separately in separate bottles, but in the Q Core, it is made into these beautiful little AM and PM packets with some lovely daily inspiration for you. So let's talk about it. What I talk about with the Q Core is it's like the trifecta. So you've got the brain health, and you've got the basically really soluble, absorbable multivitamin, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So you've got brain health, and you've got the anti-inflammatory component with the Q Align, and then you've got the gut health component with the Q Biotics. So let's break each of these apart. Now, if you're watching in the US, in Canada, or potentially in other global markets, you guys will have the Q Core, which actually has a 4th supplement, which is called the Q Digest. Now, again, in Australia and New Zealand, at the time of recording, we do not have it in our Q Core. However, they are working on it. And in the meantime, the Q Digest is available for purchase separately. So if you're someone who has had quite a long-term long-term gut issues, or you bloat easily, that's an area of work that you need, or it's an area of attention for you, then bring in the Digest. It will help you if you struggle with things like eating, maybe it's gluten or wheat, unless of course you've been diagnosed with celiac disease. You're going to want to, if it's, I tend to bloat around, with things like beans and anything that's really high in fiber, milk and dairy products. This is going to be something, the Digest, I use it myself, and it's something that has really changed the game for me in terms of my digestive health and regularity and just predictability as well. So really, really important. But coming back to the Q Core and talking about the individual components. So let's start with the Q Max. The Q Max is, it's been formulated to improve brain chemistry and mental function. So, and of course, mental health goes along with that, right? So we've got things like methylated bees. So for those of you who don't know what that is the bees in their active form. Some of us cannot absorb or utilize the synthetic B vitamins that are in 99.9% of most supplements and multivitamin preparations. However, in every single Q Sciences product, you will see that they only use the methylated form, which means that everyone, regardless of what your absorption capacity is, or whether you know about it or not, you're going to be able to have access to some highly, highly usable and absorbable forms of these vitamins. The other thing that grabbed my attention when I looked at the Q Max was that it has chelated minerals, which means they're really easy to absorb, and they are much, much less likely to give you that nauseous feeling when you may have taken other multivitamin preparations, especially when it comes to things like zinc. Zinc on an empty stomach can make you feel quite nauseous, and I was one of those people, whereas I've noticed they don't do this for me. The second component that I talked about was the anti-inflammatory component, or those anti-inflammatory nutrients. That is the Q Align. So it has things like turmeric and black pepper and other ingredients that are really going to help to reduce inflammation and really get our bodies back into balance. And then the third component is the Q Biotics, which is the very well thought out pre and probiotic supplement. And so what that does is that's got a very resistant type of probiotic. So it's the one that's often found in kombucha and natural kind of naturally fermented products like that. And it's also got some prebiotics, which is kind of the food. And so it's going to send in not only the troops, but also send them in with some fuel as well to nurture your current microbial forest, if you like, and also be able to bring in some new help. And what this particular type of probiotic does is it tends to edge out the other guys that tend to make you not feel so great. So a really great one for anyone looking to improve their gut health. This is often where I start for most people, even if it's just a 30-day experience, to really help you start to feel better, think more clearly, sleep more soundly, feel better during the day, have more energy, bring you back into balance, maybe even help from a hormonal side of things, whether you are a guy or a girl. That's going to really help to bring you back into balance. So that is my 2 cents on the Q Core. For those of you who'd like to bring in the digest, for those in Australia and New Zealand, it is hands down an incredible product as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.